Hey guys,
Hello，
welcome back to
今天呢
TT
咱们
Love
来复
channel.
打一下这个超级繁振中 ZLC。
I've tried
这
two
个版本我之
versions
前
of
打过
Super
2块儿
Fan Zhendong.
啊
This one is a
ZLC
second-hand
I
purchase. I haven't reviewed it yet, so I thought I'd take it out for a review. The forehand is paired with Butterfly D09C. The backhand uses Butterfly D05 in orange. Both rubbers are very new. It uses SZLC carbon fiber. The top ply is Koto wood. The core uses Ayous wood. I won't go into excessive detail about this
Honestly,
blade. I think the Fan Zhendong especially. The Super Fan Zhendong has a really high aesthetic appeal. Give it a try. Let's see how this blade performs. Okay guys, we finished testing the Super Fan Zhendong. Let me share my experience. I've heard that blades in the Super series like the Super Zhang Jike have somewhat similar feels. Both are stiff, fast, and have great power transmission. But there are subtle adjustments. I think their key difference is this. The Super Zhang Jike feels slightly more transparent and has faster overall ball speed off the blade. Meanwhile, the Super Fan Zhendong feels more solid and substantial than the Super Zhang Jike. It has a thicker, heftier, greater power potential than Super Zhang Jike. Super Zhang Jike excels in power transmission, speed, compared to the Super Fan Zhendong. Now about the rubbers. Butterfly D09C, 1.9 millimeters thick. Very unfamiliar to me. The arc is too low, and the ball comes off because the sponge is thin. Shots tend to dive downward. During light strokes, the Super Fan Zhendong delivers high speed overall. With minimal effort, you can generate solid quality. Its power threshold isn't high. Don't assume that just because the blade is stiff, it requires more power to activate. That's not the case among blades with SZLC carbon fiber. Like the Super Zhang, Super Fan, and Super Ling Gaoyuan, none are particularly demanding in terms of power input. Once you fully engage the blade, its stability increases. But during light strokes, just redirecting power, its stability is actually weaker. It demands better touch and control. But again, its power threshold isn't high. Let me precisely compare it to the Super Zhang in light stroke situations. Its speed is lower than the Super Zhang's, Its stability is slightly better than the Super only by a tiny margin. During heavy strokes, its power threshold feels more solid than the Super Zhang, though not drastically so. Overall, its feel is very, very similar to the Super Zhang. No major difference, just minor tweaks. Honestly, I'd call it Butterfly's rebranded product. It does differ from the Super Zhang, but not significantly. This blade suits players with solid technique, good touch, and ball control. But don't misunderstand, its power threshold isn't high. It doesn't demand much power, redirecting or adding minimal effort. It becomes more stable when fully engaged.